Welcome and welcome back. For those returning, my name is Deborah Whipke and I am a renewal life coach. In today's video, I would like to talk about starting over, and that is why I am a renewal life coach. But let me explain. So a little over 2 years ago, I suffered a pretty catastrophic illness for me. It took me down. I had been working out, exercising, feeling pretty good in my body, feeling pretty strong, and then literally overnight I was in the hospital, and that led to the next 6+ months of me rebuilding my body and rebuilding my life. And I am a very spiritual person, and I have a lot of affirmations and powerful statements around my home in strategic places that give me motivation and inspiration and comfort when I need it. And I got so far down in my illness and in just feeling so incredibly bad and so sick and so weak and everything, that one day I, in my incredibly weakened state, went around very slowly, mind you, because I could literally hardly walk to and from the bathroom at that point by myself. I tore down every single one of those affirmations and statements. I tore them down. And I just didn't have anything in me at that time. And I just kind of put everything mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I guess, on hold, and just fought the illness that I needed to fight to get my health back. And so even 6 months in, I was just starting the process of being able to walk again in an upright position without a walker, and it was just a very difficult time for me. There's so many people out there who go through these difficult times, whether it's a physical illness or whether it's an emotional illness, a loss or something that takes us down. And it really shakes us to our core. And that's what it did. It shook me to my core. I lost faith in my body completely. I was incredibly vulnerable. I felt incredibly vulnerable for the first time in my life. Yes, there had been other times when I had, momentarily felt off kilter or felt vulnerable, but nothing to the degree that I was feeling then. And so one day on my road back to just being able to, like for instance, like walk a half a mile, slowly and everything, I started then, because I had the recovery going enough that it was time for me then to ask, okay, who am I now? Where am I now? And what do I still believe? Or is there anything I still believe in that I had believed in previously? And so I began the process of journaling, and as I was walking slowly each day, I tried to walk just a tiny bit farther, just a few steps farther and everything, in rebuilding my body. I began the process of rebuilding myself spiritually. And so over a period of the next few weeks then, after I had begun that spiritual process, I got back and I kept asking myself, who am I now? Where am I? What do I believe in? Is there anything from before that I still believe in, or do I need to start from scratch and just rebuild an entire new belief system? Now, that's an interesting place to be, because wouldn't it be nice sometimes to just throw everything out and start with a clean slate? But the fact of the matter is that when I went through all of my formerly held beliefs, I recognized the fact that I still believed in them. They still felt the most authentic for me, and the truest for me. And so I began the process of creating new affirmations and new power statements, not all the same as what I had before, a couple that were very, very meaningful to me. But I began anew, but still recognizing the fact that I was on the same spiritual path as I was before. And then also examining what this illness was here to teach me. Yes, I had suffered the illness, and yes, it sort of came out of the blue, but then as I thought back, I recognized the fact that it really didn't come out of the blue. I had a lot of indicators beforehand that something wasn't quite right, but I was ignoring those indicators, and so that's how I got to the point that I got to. And so I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that we are bringing these things on for ourselves. But what I am saying is, once it's here, and once we've experienced it, and once we've gone through it, what is there to learn from it? Because there is always something that we can learn from it and take forward into our lives. You know the old saying, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And so I set out on a quest to say, okay, I want to be stronger now, not just physically, but absolutely physically. But I want to be stronger mentally and emotionally and spiritually and physically than I was before all of this happened. And so that's what I'm just offering this to anyone out there who has experienced a setback in their lives, whether it is physical or whether it is emotional or spiritual or whatever. I'm inviting you to now open the door to examining, what was this here to teach me? What did I learn from it? And what are my beliefs? What do I want my beliefs to be moving forward? Do I want to stay on the same path is what I've always been on? Or do I want to grow from this and change from this? Because it is the perfect time, the perfect opportunity when you are in the midst of that setback. It truly is the perfect time to start rearranging things that you want to rearrange, changing your life in ways that you want to change it. And so this is not going to apply to anyone except for those out there who absolutely know you are currently going through something, or you have going through something. It's not easy to pick ourselves back up and move forward again. It's not easy, but it is incredibly rewarding to rebuild our lives even bigger and better and stronger than what it was to start with. And that's my message for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, or if you know someone who's currently going through this and you would like to share it, please do so. And I will see you soon.